This stall belongs to the technological group of Sri Sathya Sai Seva organization, and I would like you to take a look at it. Come on in, please. Well, in this Sathya Sai Seva organization, we got a number of services all over the country, and traditionally what we have been doing is simple services like Narayana Seva, bhajans and all that kind of thing. But over the years, things and demands have changed, so we also need to change. And we have put up this particular program to use technological solutions to enhance the quality of poor people in the villages. And I would like to tell you that we have taken solutions in all the areas from A to Z. For example, we're beginning with agriculture here. We got an agricultural institute in Mumbai, the Sathya Sai organization, and they have a research center which completely starts on doing different kinds of things that suits different situations. And for example, you see the saline soil cultivation. This has been researched and found the various solutions that are adaptable in difficult dry land conditions. So that is what you see here. And then we go on here. In a place in Uttarakhand in the South India, we have an organic farming place where all the vegetables are made an organic farming procedure. Interestingly, this entire produce, today what has been served in the ashram for this program, the entire vegetables come from this farm and they're totally organic. And here we come. This is another innovative farming method by which a farmer, when he wants to water the plants through a pump, doesn't have to nearly go to that place. He can operate a pump from his home or from any distance by simply using a cell phone. That's the device that we've been putting on to several places in farmlands around this district. And here it is another innovative thing. With special seeds, they're going to grow watermelon 4 times the normal quantity. And believe me, these watermelons have been sent to Bhagwan in a couple of lorries last week. And here comes another innovative thing. This is in the South India, by a place called Tinnavelli. We have put up a technical training school for the poor people and dropout students, and this is being in various trades, engineering practices like plumbing, welding, electricians, that kind of thing. A number of people have gone and got good jobs by this procedure. And this is the most interesting thing that you're going to see. You know what that is? We have in villages small type of what do you call it? What do we call that? Job works given to people, and this is a place in South India, in Andhra Pradesh, where the women are given some kind of a job for their subsistence, and these guys make what do you call a paper honeycomb products. What they use is simple newspaper or any brown paper like this, and then they make a honeycomb out of this. And with that, they make panels, and that panels are used in furniture, tables, doors, frames. Ultimately, they make homes, believe me. There's a classic example of one of these plant houses made totally with paper. Believe me, the cost is so much different. If you make a concrete home, it costs about 1.25 lakhs of rupees, and you make this in 90,000 rupees in 4 days. And this has been working for the past 8 months in rain and shine, and nothing happens to that fireproof. And here comes our research institute in Mumbai, and they have produced a protein food for the malnutrition children. And this is the classic composition of that one. And what you see is the sample of this one. These are given to the children and the sick for them to recover. And here is a biscuit also made with a similar composition for all the malnutrition children of the villages in India. Well, this is another thing. In villages we find mostly the crops are not coming up because there is no water. Although there is plenty of rain all over, there is no way to hold the water. Therefore, our people have built watersheds in several villages, and then so the water is available throughout the year, and they are able to cultivate and make a huge quantity of difference in productions. That's what it shows. And here is another thing. You know, in India, villages mostly, they don't have the toilets connected to their homes. This is a very productive way of doing these toilets. They made 45,000 toilets in particular district of Madhya Pradesh. That's what is being shown in this one. And here comes, in Orissa we had floods and homes were washed away. So Bhagwan has funded this project and sent his people to construct these homes, 900 of them, and given them all to the poor people. This is the construction, this is the model of that particular home. Come on in. Yes, you see, in the villages you normally find the poor people have no means of cooking, meaning they don't have gas, they don't have electricity or anything like that. Therefore, they poorly depend on this kind of, burners. So, in the olden days, they used to simply burn the wood, and a lot of smoke which comes out harms their eyes and lungs. They are subjected to a lot of disease. So, there is a very simple method of doing a fireplace like this, a burner like this. We use the same purpose, but then the smoke doesn't come out, but it goes through this particular chimney into the air, and so no smokes come inside the house. That's a small, cheap innovation. And here comes a hydropower generation developed by our people to a far remote people where there was no electricity. So this is a small kind of a Pelton wheel, and then a water cistern about 5-6 meters high. The water flows, it turns a generator and supplies water. But it's not a big project. It hardly costs about 75,000 rupees, and it only helps about 60-70 homes. And we supply the power only in the night. But after seeing this, the government, a kind of a copy, they can be supplied to 30-40 villages in the same manner. That is how it goes on. And here comes another thing. You know, many places don't have power in this country, remote places, so the villages and schools. So we have now brought the solar technology with the LED lighting systems to supply power and street lights wherever they are now. Here are a variety of things that you can be used, which we have been using in India in several places. And here comes another one. You know, in ashramam here, we got a gokulam, means a large herd of cows are there, and those cows actually they produce milk, and the milk is used for the entire ashramam, you know. So we got a lot of cow dung, about 6 tons a day. What are we going to use about it? So we turn into biogas. And that biogas not only used for cooking, for hostels and that place, but also generates power, and we have a small engine which gives power to that. That's how this particular thing is used by the technology group. And here is the heart of this entire system. You know, in India, we have water in many places, but wherever there is water, there is contamination. And this 90% of the problems that you have in villages or probably in urban areas is the water is contaminated, and it gives you all kinds of problems and diseases. So here is one. In some places in India, especially Andhra Pradesh, you have a lot of fluoride in water. The fluoride causes fluorosis, bad dental, decolorization, stomach problems, joint pains and whatnot. So what we do, we have installed this kind of equipment which defluoridizes the water and also removes the total dissolved solids, making it pure, safe drinking water to so many villages, serving 27,000 people with clean and safe water every day at their doorstep. That's the thing that we're going to do. It's entirely managed by the village folk by the guidance of Sri Sathya Sai Techno Techno group members. Okay? Now, these are the pictures showing how the women folk are taking away the water, drinking water every day to their homes. They're standing up line. There are different villages. We try to put pictures on this particular process. Now here comes another one, which is also defluoridation plant, but this equipment, practically, you can see the model of this here, and you can also see the model outside, a similar one. And that is purely an equipment that removes only fluoride and nothing else at all. But there are some places, the TDS levels are good, but fluoride is very high. So we use this kind of equipment. When you compare the costs of that, when that equipment costs about 3 lakhs and under, this costs about 2 lakhs and under. And this can be kept in an open place where you have to have a room for that one. Okay? Now, what you see here is a domestic form of defluoridation plant where you have a small candle inside, but this candle requires replacement every 2 months. Therefore, it is also very difficult for control. Suppose in a village there are 500 homes, we give 500 of these items, we don't know whether we are using or not. Nobody can check that. So, in the initial stage they use that, and after that no one knows what they are doing. So, we always advocate a community plant, we have total controls on what is happening in terms of quality, quantity and usage. These are good, but technology is wonderful, but I don't know whether people use it or not. And here comes another one, it's a tetra filter. This doesn't do anything but cleans the water, cleans the algae, fungi and hepatitis A that is part of the water. Understand that? So, this is how the technology group is a part of Sathya Sai organization, and it wants to introduce simple technologies which are affordable, which are manageable, which are self-sustaining and so also operable by the village folks without giving much million-dollar technologies. And we've been doing very well so far in many villages, and it's appreciated. This is one of those things which is close to Bhagavan, and so we are. And I would like you to come and see the concept of the Sathya Sai Organization Technology Group. Here it is. It will give a total idea of what this is all about and what is being done with this basic approach. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Okay, what you saw inside also is a working model. In fact, that one is going in a few days to a college here after the exhibition. This one is also a real working model, but as I told you, this can only defluoride the water. It doesn't do anything more than that. But where there is only fluoride, this is the best equipment that you have. And the one that you saw inside is not only defluoridation, but also reducing the total dissolved solids as well. And as I was telling you about, you can see on my left a solar street light, which is being used in several villages. Absolutely. It just costs about 21,000 rupees, and probably you need to change the battery about 2 years once at a cost of 300 rupees. You do nothing but clean the grass. That's all about it. Thank you very much, sir.